Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next episode of our Forever World. I'm actually starting this recording about a day after the mining outpost video went live. I'm trying to get on top of it this time and not see you guys in like 2 months. How many of these guys do I need to kill? Anyways, I hope you liked starting off this episode with a little time lapse. Sadly, I thought I had more moss than I did. I expected to be able to do like this general area, but I only had 2 stacks, so my bad. Anyways, let's talk about today's episode, shall we? So today I want to have a spot where we can store all of our wood goods, like stairs, logs, planks, all that, because I really don't want storage in the starter house. I feel like I want to make it more like a home rather than just a temporary base. So I figured, why not make a lumber mill? Nothing too crazy. Something similar to this, but maybe with an attachment where they would be processing and treating the wood. And I kind of want to put that right behind there. I feel like over here was a good spot for it. If we just come up this little janky staircase, I feel like we could put something nice up here, flatten this out, and cover this up. So that's kind of the plan for today. But just like last episode, guys, I want to start this episode off with one, thanking all my new members. There's quite a few of you guys. And for everyone subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, maybe you should consider it. Other people like it, so you might too. Anyways, let's start off with a little bit of a mining trip. Alright, so that mining trip was about 40 minutes. I ran out of torches and my pickaxe is close to breaking, so I was like, let's just call it here. In terms of diamonds, for not having fortune, I'm pretty content with that. I might finally upgrade all my gear. Other than that, everything else, I mean, the redstone you kind of always get a lot of. Same with lapis. This was only like 4 veins of lapis. Everything else was kind of lacklusting, not gonna lie. I guess I just got like a really bad spot that I started digging. I just literally dug straight. Like I got all the way down and then just dug straight, like a couple hundred blocks. But not too bad, not too bad. I guess that means it's time that we work on our main project of the day, or at least try to prep for the main project of the day, because all this needs to go. Alright, so I added more. Oh my god, it has the winding one. So I added more to the pathway. I gotta get more of this leaf litter. I gotta go find more because I ran out in the first time lapse. Well, actually the only time lapse so far. So I extended this. I went and got a lot more moss. I still have like, yeah, 2 stacks. And up here is where I want to put the logging outpost. So we can get rid of this block. So this right here is where I want the storehouse to be for it. And then what I was thinking is we'll go 1, 2, 3, wait, 2, 3, and one right here. And then this one, I want it to be a little bit of a larger part. So we're going to have to do a little bit of, I guess you can call this terraforming, right? So we want to make this, I believe, at least 9-ish. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then same thing, we want it 3 above. And then 9 this way, which would be right here. So yeah, it's going to be a decent build. Most of it's going to be accessed from inside. In here is going to be like a warehouse kind of thing where like the logs are posted, just waiting to be mined, you know. I don't know if I want to have outside access yet because I could probably just break these. Yeah, honestly, I could do that. Ooh, wait a minute. That needs to go right there. There we go. All right. So this structure is probably going to be more of a stone-based structure, while this one is going to be more of a wooden base. Just to add a little bit of difference, this one's also only going to be one story. This is going to look like it's two-story, just because of the size of it. So I guess I'll just bring you guys back for increments because I don't actually have a pre-designed build for this. I'm going to be completely winging it. So I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, so I kind of ditched one of the ideas. I don't want another structure right here. What I'd rather it be is like a mixture of coarse dirt, granite. Like I want it to look like a rougher ground where I can then implement, make it look like that the guys that's living here is chopping it all outside. Because I kind of figured, like, this isn't a village. This is really just one guy's, like, settlement. So it wouldn't really make sense to have a full-on lumber mill, you know? So I kind of figured if it was just one or two people living out in the woods, they wouldn't really have such a big structure yet. So they'd probably be chopping wood like outside on other stumps, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to imitate. So what I'm thinking is we got this coarse dirt here. I just want to make sure, alright, it does blend in pretty well. Alright. Get a little bit more of this in. And this is genuinely how I do a lot of my placement. Is I just really just go back and forth. I try to make sure there's a decent amount of the main block that I want to use, which in this case is quartz dirt. And then I come back in with the supporting blocks, which is going to be terracotta. We got a little bit of that. I'm going to go get more. I have a bunch more cooking up. And then the granite, just make it look like a worn out ground. And this is actually one of my favorite patterns that I do for these kind of grounds. So I just wish the terracotta and the granite would connect. We actually need a little bit more coarse dirt in this area. So let me go get more terracotta. I definitely have enough granite. And I'll finish this out and we'll get a little bit of a wood chopping place set up. Alright, let me show you what I did. I actually ran out of moss again, so I did as much as I could. But I actually like it. So this is where I'm going to add the mini blocks into it so I can put like a miniature oak log or something there. I don't know. And then I added these two piles of wood because these are the only wood types that I currently have. I've been too lazy to travel off that way to go get like birch and cherry and all that. So I've been just kind of rocking with these. I am, however, going to continue that pathway up to here. And then I'm probably going to have like an overhang on this side. I'm not an overhang, an opening on this side that'll lead them right to the lumber area. So I like where it's going. The only thing is, I don't know what I want to build, but there's one spot that's just been really bothering me. So I look at my builds from this perspective quite often. And let's see if I can get right here. I feel like it needs something, but I don't know what. So I'll probably save that for like a future episode or something. I know I want to put another crop field over in this area, so I'm probably going to knock this down like one more layer and then have a crop field like 2 layers above that one. So, but yeah. So anyways, I'm going to try and gather up more moss to like not finish this, but at least, you know, add a little bit more green. I need more bone meal so I can decorate this area more. I'm just running out of everything right now. So I'll come back with it a little bit more decorated, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Alright, now you're probably wondering, Ruby, why are you facing a dense group of oak trees? Well, I did a little bit of decorating, and I'm actually really happy with the way it turned out so far. I added 3 custom trees. This one's like a little sprouting. That's supposed to be like a mid-size like uh oak tree. This is I have no words for what this one is. I forgot a slab right here, but I really like how it turned out so far. I feel like it definitely needs to spread out more this way. I decided against putting in the crop field here. I think what I want to do is actually add another like 2 trees and then have like a waterfall that comes down. But that's way down the line. I don't have the time to actually do that in this episode. Up here, I haven't added the mini blocks yet, but I did do a bit of an interior. Oh, and for the pathway, I just kind of felt like to sprinkle the leaves. Oh yeah, I went and got more leaves. But this is the interior. It's supposed to look like it's a workshop kind of deal. When I add the mini blocks in the statue mod, I'll have like tools and stuff around, so it'll look more busy. Right here, I added like a conveyor belt, I guess you could say, or at least like a log roller to transport the logs in for processing. At least that's kind of like what I was shooting for. But guys, I do think that is where we are. I hit a button. I think that's where I'm going to wrap up today's episode. I just realized I'm still in iron armor. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know. And if you want to see more like it, consider leaving a like. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Um, I said bye.